Hello everybody out here on YouTube. It is I here, we're Beautiful Beauty. Going to be talking today about one of my old favorites. Pretty much one of my holy grail products. I don't know though, you guys, that word, I've always been so hesitant and reserved to say holy grail product. I don't know. It's just a weird word, but this is one of my favorites. I have used it, oh my goodness, forever. I stumbled upon it and discovered this basically when I was a kid. I remember I was doing what any other typical 12-year-old does, and I believe I was about 12. It seems like it was the summer I was 12 years old, and I was strolling around up and down the aisles of my local Walgreens, and yeah, you know, gotta hang out in the skincare section and the makeup section and all that. And I stumbled across this, and I bought this summer I was 12 years old, and I've really always been into skincare, you guys. I've had a passion and love for skincare. Honestly, I was more like 10 or 11 when I started really getting into skincare. I was about 10 or 11. I started using the Clinique Dramatically Different, you know, moisturizer and all that. So, you know, anyhow, but I remember this product stood out to me. I was 12 years old during the summer. I was strolling the aisles of Walgreens, and I found it, and I bought it. And honestly, on and off, I've been using it ever since. And this is a product that has some history to it. It has been around, oh my goodness, it has been around forever and a day. I will say that, you know, I don't use this every night. I don't use this daily by any means. But, you know, it was one of these things that I would use it for a few years, you know, religiously. And then I'd stop using it, use everything else, and then go back to it. But just something about it. I love the way it moisturizes my skin. I love the way it makes my skin feel. It makes my skin very soft and smooth and silky, and it hydrates my face. It hydrates my neck and my décolleté, my décolletage, all that good stuff. I do have very dry, sensitive skin, and I've never had an issue with having a reaction from this product. So it's just one of these things I love, and I like to buy it now online. I will order it from drugstore.com. I will order it from, I think, walmart.com. I've bought it from a few times. And I believe my local Walgreens really doesn't have it inside the store anymore. I have to buy it online at walgreens.com. Anyhow, I will put in a link in the down bar below. Any of those places where I buy it from, you guys can buy it from too. It's not as readily available as it used to be. This product has some history. This product goes way back. And actually, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and you know, I know a lot of people that have talked about this product. I personally know a lot of women now that started using this product in the 1960s and continue to still use it and swear by it. They love it, and it's their lifetime holy grail product, so to speak. But anyways, this product goes really far back. First off, if you can't already see, this is the I don't think I've even said it yet, but this is the Revlon ETERNA cream. This is the ETERNA 27 moisture cream. And I don't know, you guys, I know what that is. Progenitin, you know. In the 1960s, this used to be more touted as a hormone beauty cream, a hormone facial skin rub. And, you know, that's back in the days when beauty products contained a lot of estrogen, a lot of estrogenic ingredients, a lot of things that were made to mimic actual hormones, so to speak. But anyhow, I know that this formula used to be a more yellow in consistency and color. I do know, yes, they have changed the formula over the years. I really loved it back when the formula was the yellow, pale gold color. Now the cream is a white color rather, but you know, it has that same distinctive ETERNA smell, and I like that smell. You know what I mean? It has that same old school smell. But anyhow, I do think the formula is different than what they used to use from the pale yellowish colored cream. But anyways, on to the history of this product. If you guys are not familiar with the history, I am, because I have just studied over the years. I have studied brands. I've studied the history of products, the history of companies, all that good stuff. And I love, love, love to read books that are very old. I like to read books that are from 30, 40, 50 years ago. And I like to buy books that are out of print, just really old books, because I like to go back and I like to read, history the way it was at the time, all that good stuff. So I like to get out of print books that are no longer in publication. I have this one book, and it is so interesting. Okay, but it talked a lot about the history of this product and this brand. Now, Revlon is a company that was started, I can't even remember the year, but it goes way back. I blanked out on the year. I used to know. But the company was started by a man named Charles Revson. So hence the name Revlon. Charles Revson. Okay, so this product was inspired by and came about, or invented rather, from the beautiful actress and singer Eartha Kitt. Okay, if you guys do not know who Eartha Kitt is, just look her up, because I'm familiar with Eartha Kitt because I like the old Batman reruns, and even though all that stuff was around decades before I was actually born, I just have a strong interest about that. So everybody loves Catwoman. So look up Catwoman on the old 1960s Batman series. And anyhow, she was Catwoman, and she was a singer. She was an actress. She sang Santa Baby. She has that distinctive, very cutesy little girl, sultry, sexy voice. Anyhow, Eartha Kitt, beautiful actress, great singer, all that good stuff. Absolutely love her. Huge fan of hers. It's a shame she's passed away and not here with us anymore. Anyhow, this was inspired by and named after Eartha Kitt, basically. Okay, the owner and the founder of Revlon, Charles Revson, was having a steamy sort of / romantic, scandalous affair with Eartha Kitt. And Eartha Kitt was born in 1927. Okay, and he originally wanted to name this the Eartha Cream. Okay. Now, he wanted to name it the Eartha Cream 27 because she's born in 1927. But anyhow, at the time, they were having their steamy romantic, liaison, affair, relationship, whatever you want to call it. It's so interesting and juicy. But being that Eartha Kitt is a woman of color and she is biracial, this goes way back. This is way back in a period piece in history, so to speak. But anyhow, back in the days, it was a no-no for a so-called Caucasian man to have an affair or, going-ons with a woman of color. And, like I said, she's biracial. But anyway, so back then, it was one of these no-nos, And he could not name the product, Eartha 27, even though I think it would have been, I really think it would have been, I think it would have been neat. I really do. I think that would have been better. But anyhow, he could not name it Eartha 27. And also, he came up with the very famous Fire and Ice Revlon lipstick, which is kind of secretly named after her as well, because her favorite drink when they were out in social events and parties and get-togethers, her favorite drink was the Fire and Ice drink, and he liked to, have that served up to her. Anyhow, so the Fire and Ice Revlon lipstick has ties and relations to Eartha Kitt, and so does this. It would have been the Eartha Cream 1927, but he had to kind of change and tweak the name a little bit, and he wanted to keep scandal down and, so to speak, save his company, Revlon. And didn't want to get anything too publicly out there. You know what I mean? I mean, these days, these kinds of stories are very common. These kinds of stories are, they're interesting, but yet they happen. And, nowadays, who cares? You know what I mean? But, yeah, back then, a long time ago, it was one of those things people cared more about. I don't know. They just, I think they care a lot today about what people do in their own personal lives, but it's not to the, to the magnitude, or it's not so much judgmental today. You know what I mean? But anyhow, I love the Revlon Eterna cream. I think it would have been cooler if it was the Eartha cream. I still love it. It is a little bit more hard to find this product, but when I do, like I said, I buy it, you know. And mostly the last few years I have had to buy it online, but you know, it's just one of those things. I still love it, and I just want to talk a little bit about the history of Charles Revson, Eartha Kitt, and Revlon, and all that stuff because, you know, I love the history of beauty care. I love the history of skincare. I've done a lot of studies. I've done a lot of research on companies, brands, you know, chemicals, ingredients, and I really like ads and commercials too. I love vintage ads and antique ads and, you know, magazine advertisements from a long time ago. I love that kind of stuff. Love, love, love it. So, and I love this cream. It's still one of my favorites. It's still one of my rebuys of rebuys. And yeah, let me know. Do you use the Eterna Cream 27? Do you like it? Do you love it? How long have you used it? Did you use it a long time ago? Do you still use it today? It's just such an interesting topic. And I love this cream, and I actually used it last night, and it finally, you know, I've been meaning to make this video forever, but my interest is so much more sparked because I pulled it out of the beauty cabinet. I have a huge beauty cabinet in my beauty room. I was going to say I have a huge beauty room, but my beauty room is not that huge. But I have a huge cabinet in my beauty room, and I pulled this out last night, and I haven't used it in a few weeks. And yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you know, so I'm just a little inspired today. I love Eterna Cream. I love you guys so very much. Be sure to give me a big, huge thumbs up. Be sure to give me a big, huge like. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye, beauties.